Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got two Palace fans here from the Pride of South London and back at the Nest. Now, listen, I'm going to start with, I thought Zaha wasn't going to be here today. What's going on?
Yeah, I didn't think so as well. In honesty, I wouldn't have risked him in this game, just like Elisa, he didn't play, but he was here and he showed once again why he's one of the best players outside the top six. You know, he done his thing, and Zaha, honestly, he doesn't get the ratings at times because he plays for Crystal Palace, but he's been doing this week in, week out for us, and that's why he's a legend for Crystal Palace. And today he once again done his thing. But yeah, I mean, overall as a game itself, I just thought Palace. Look, on our day, I said to you on the other day, on our day we can literally beat anybody. And today is that Palace once again. Conor Gallagher, I talked about him. Talked about Mark Gahey. I talked about Tyreek Mitchell.
All right.
Yeah, and today all them players. They showed what they can do, and that's why the future's bright for us. But, you know, it was a good 3-0 win. I thought the game was done pretty much after 2-0. You lot done better in the second half, but yeah, we'll take it. Yeah,
do you agree with that? You said we've done better in the second half. I want to talk about, today it was an Arsenal side I haven't seen in a long time. We didn't really cause too much of a threat. We had a lot of players out as well. We had the likes of Kieran Tierney wasn't available today, which I think massively affected us. But what was your thoughts, obviously, from the Palace side? Were you surprised by how you guys came out firing today, especially when you're not really playing for much in the league? You're really focusing on your final. So were you surprised?
I think what's interesting is we usually play in front of the home style in the second half, but I think Vieira's switched it. I mean, in the Cup against Everton, when we were swimming in Frank Lampard tears, he went in front of the home style first game and first half, and I think that might be something he's switched to get the fans and the energy straight away, because we were so intense from the start, and I think the game was won by the end of the first half, and you know, I can't even really remember Arsenal really getting into it. I mean, I guess the only consolation for Arsenal today is when James McArthur came on, he couldn't get near Saka because he was too busy in Tyreek Mitchell's pocket.
Ooh. If we talk about pockets, there's other players in other pockets like Mark Gahey and Lacazette, which I talked about as well. You guys need to give him respect now. You do, because I was tired, because I read the comments and guys were talking about Mark Gahey, is he not better than Ben White? You can make that, but it's a debate. It's a healthy debate you can have there. Tyreek Mitchell, I felt disrespected reading the comments, because this guy he might not be the best Premier League left back right now, but he's quality. Yeah. He's quality, and he's
a good player. I like Tyreek Mitchell, but
exactly. And what happened? Saka had to switch sides. Because it was a Tyreek's in pockets.
But Saka was our main today. Saka was our main outlet, I think, today. Though he was still caused at times Palace problems. They did swap over. I think the other side is where we kind of had the problems. Martinelli come off injury, and he was quite quiet today. We didn't really have any answers really for that down that side.
Yeah, but listen, I think Arsenal have to keep the faith. I heard you chanting Arteta's name at the end, and that's brilliant. I'll be humble. I went and box to box at the beginning of the season. I was quite critical of him, but he deserves your faith now. You're building a good team. You'd be naive to think any race, a relegation fight, a title race, a top four race, that you'd be naive to think there's not going to be a bump in the road. You've come under the lights of the Sellers today. Other teams, Man City didn't score a goal against us across 2 games. It doesn't get talked about in the mainstream media. But because we're going under the radar, people are starting to notice these players like Gahey now. We have more players in the England squad than Man United in the last game. And, you know, I agree. I agree with Arsenal fans as well on Ashley Young. His comments about you going over the top when you celebrated at Villa were ridiculous, because you have to treat...
Well, you agree to that? Do you think it was over the top?
It was ridiculous. You've got to treat... Conte, whether you like it or not, is relentless. You have to treat every game like a cup final. It's ironic from Ashley Young, because he treats every occasion like an Olympic diving final. But I think you have to treat every game like a cup final now. And it's still, for me, you've been poor today. I thought we were intense from the start. Conor Gallagher had it. What is Xhaka still doing at Arsenal? I remember being at I know he's had an okay season.
Easy how you talk about Xhaka.
But I remember being at the Emirates 3 years ago when he threw the shirt down.
Oh, we're talking about Xhaka.
Xhaka, yes. Not Xhaka. Xhaka, yeah. Not Saka. Saka's obviously a great player. But Xhaka, I remember being at the Emirates 3 years ago when he threw the shirt down and you all booed him. I think you need someone deeper to sort of dictate from deep at times. For me, I know you've been linked with Yuri Tillemans of Leicester. He was someone who really impressed me when he came down with Leicester.
Yeah, well, listen, hopefully, you know, we can get back into winning ways. There was a blip in the road for me, and when Vieira's available...
Relax, Cecil. Relax. See, that's what you done a couple of days ago, and now we're here talking about that.
It's all good. Listen, I trust him, Mikel Arteta, to get top 4.
One thing about Arsenal fans, talk about that, but where I think, you know, I hope he's at Palace for many, many years, and I hope it starts with a win in the FA Cup. I mean, most fans probably want us to beat the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea. Yeah. But actually, Man City, he worked at Man City's academy. That's something else the fans need to think about as well, because Apparel read an article that they were looking at him as well.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.